First off, I'm really proud of the way our team finished the regular season. Certainly, we've had a few injuries this year and got off to the 1-5 start in the league, and a lot of gut-wrenching losses along the way. But last 12 games, our guys have sort of had their backs against the wall and played great in most games. We won 8 of them, and 3 of those that we've lost went to the last second. So 11 out of the 12 games to finish the regular season of the league, we either win the game or we're battling in the last second of the game. So I think our guys deserve a lot of credit for just fighting and competing and picking themselves off the mat a couple times. Having said all that, now we go to Charlotte and have big games ahead. And we're playing an NC State team that beat us the first time and in a very competitive, hard-fought, battle, and they have a lot to play for as well. So would expect it to be a very physical game and a lot of energy from both teams.
Brad, you've had as much success as anybody at Clemson when it comes to ACC Tournament. What is it that you do that helps get your team ready for tournament play?
Oh, we haven't had enough success. We've done okay sometimes, but to be honest, we need to win more than we've won. But we hope that our style is kind of the way that teams play most of the time in the tournament. Sometimes the games slow down a little bit and it becomes a grinding style, and possessions are very important. We probably play that way a little more than some teams. Whether that helps us or not, I hope it does. It's kind of what I've done most of my career, and I think our guys get better through the course of the season. Hopefully this team is like that, and we're going to continue to improve and play well up in Charlotte.
Is there a little extra sauce to it that you get another crack at NC State?
Not really. No, I mean, we're going to have great battles with those guys all the time. Certainly it was disappointing the way the last game ended. We did a lot of really good things to win the game, and unfortunately we just didn't finish it and give them credit for making a big-time shot. It's just another important game, and it's in the ACC tournament. You should be excited to play, and it's the best basketball tournament in the country in college.
Brad, how important has the Elijah's play been coming down the stretch here?
Really important, and I think it's vital for us to finish the way we want to finish. He's got to play well. He's got to be disciplined and play discipline on both ends. Defensively, follow our game plan and be great in ball screen coverages and not foul and rebound and, still affect shots when he can. And then offensively, he's got to continue to tighten his game up and be efficient around the rim, battle the offensive glass, make good passes when teams double team him. He's a very talented player, and he brings a lot to our team when he's playing well.
What makes Marquise such a good scorer, and the fact that it seems like he doesn't let it whatever's happening early?
Yeah, I don't think he's bothered by a few missed shots. He just has confidence he's always going to make the next play. He is a shot maker, so he can find some different ways to make, tough shots. I think he's just been wired that way his whole life. I don't think he's ever done anything else. I mean, he's probably, been his leading scorer ever since he was 6 years old on every team he played, I would imagine. And that's just kind of how he plays and who he is and what he wants to do. And I think what he's really done better is he's gotten to where the last couple of years, he's become a pretty good assist guy. And I don't know his assist numbers this year, but I thought he had almost 100 last year. So, and then this year he's done a very good job rebounding the ball as well. So, he's really worked to become a more complete player since he's come to Clemson. We've talked to him a lot about improving his defense and all those things, and he's improved it tremendously. And obviously that was evident this past Saturday.
What's the most important thing that has to happen for you guys to make a run this week?
It's hard to just pin that on one thing in a tournament setting. I do think, for multiple games, you got to have multiple guys. I don't think your top 1 or 2 guys can carry you through a tournament. I just think you need your 3rd, 4th, and 5th guys have got to play well consistently. And certainly your main level guys need to play well in games, but you're going to need that third and fourth guy in these important games to play well, because everybody's got good players. Everybody's got a couple guys that score 15 to 20 in games, and kind of it depends on matchups and who makes a couple extra shots and gets hot. And then sometimes it's those extra guys. What do those extra scores do? Do they play well? And us taking care of the ball, I think, is the other factor.
That having been said a year ago, like AJ steps up and has a
Made a
great
couple
game.
shots, yeah.
Yeah, so, you do need that guy that's maybe not expected.
Yeah.
So you're coaching, and getting ready, how much does that maybe change for you, pushing the button to think, okay,
Yeah,
we gotta
I mean,
go with this guy now?
a little bit. I think you're trying to read games and see who's playing well for you, playing with confidence, and you're optimistic that all your guys are confident and want to take and make big shots and make big plays and be aggressive, and I think hopefully that's what it's going to take. I really believe that it's going to take some of those other guys, the David Scars, the Amir Sims, Clyde Trapps. I think those guys have to play well. I really do, and they should be. They're very experienced and they've been through it. But at the end of the day, most of these games are about players making plays. It comes down to your players got to go make plays, and you try to put them in position to be successful, and you try to give them some help defensively on some things. But guys got to step up and make shots, make free throws, make good decisions, and the teams that do that the best usually win.
Do you think Hunter and John are getting to the point now to where you can maybe count on them to maybe make a couple of those plays?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, they got to go do it, but absolutely, I think those guys have both had games in our league where they've been very good players. Hunter's going to be more of a scorer, make a couple shots, this, that, or the other. John Newman's come in and really guarded some people. I thought he was good on Bowman. He was good at Pittsburgh on a couple guys. Like his energy level defensively can be a factor for our team and be an energizer. Much like Javen White, I think there are times when Javen White has been able to go in the game for us, and for 10 or 12 minutes, his energy level is just really high, and he's got a good athleticism, and he makes some athletic plays that can energize your team.
Going back to state, how